Fox News alert. Newly released transcripts now reveal former FBI lawyer Lisa Page told Congress that fired FBI agent Peter Strzok went into the special counsel's investigation thinking it could end with President Trump's impeachment, while potentially boosting his own career. Page also said the Department of Justice under President Obama pushed back against possible charges of gross negligence against Hillary Clinton in 2016, calling them constitutionally vague. President Trump is following all of this. He tweeted this morning, "The just revealed FBI agent Lisa Page transcripts make the Obama Justice Department look exactly like what it was, a broken and corrupt machine. Hopefully justice will finally be served. Much more to come." Joining me now, Republican Congressman Doug Collins of Georgia, ranking member on the House Judiciary Committee. Great to see you again today. I ran into you in the hallway at the Capitol yesterday.
It's amazing where you run into you. It's good to see you.
Does this mean, in some ways, is it possible that the president has been treated differently? What does this tell us?
I think he has been treated differently. This is not an up for debate argument. This is what we've been saying for over 2 years while we had Democrats making fun of us, Democrats thinking there was nothing going on. The transcript releases show an inherent two-tier system, one in which Hillary Clinton gets the treatment that she got, where there was actually at first concern that they were going to charge her, and then with Loretta Lynch in charge, before she recused herself, made it very clear that that was not going to happen. And then we see it transitioning right into with the same corrupt triumvirate of Page and McCabe and Strzok and others, who then go into the discussion on President Trump through the Russia investigation. That's what we see right now.
Not to make this salacious, just to spit the facts and not to lose sight of the fact of why we would believe something that Page would say about Strzok. They were lovers. They were close, and they were communicating on work devices. That's how we got to see their text messages. Why is it that we're now just seeing these transcripts? What's going on with the DOJ in terms of not releasing these things more contemporaneously?
Well, this is not up to the DOJ to release these. This is up to the folks in Congress. This is an investigation, if you remember, Harris, that was going on in the previous Congress with both the Judiciary Committee and the Oversight Committee as well. At the end of the Congress, it ran out, and with the Democrats taking over in the House, they've chose to let this lie. I've not chose to let it lie. I believe that accountability is needed here. I believe that what was happening was a result of an intentional effort by the DOJ to involve itself in a political process and not be the blind eye of justice that we see. That's why I'm releasing these. That's why I'll continue to release these. I would encourage people to follow us on Twitter or however and get ready, because more are coming.
And what is it that you hope to show in terms of where the conversation is now about that two-tier system that you're talking about, which really is political, and people would normally think that the FBI, the DOJ, there are no politics there?
Well, it shouldn't be politics there. No Democrat, Republican, or Independent should disagree with me on this point. DOJ and the FBI should be the blind eyes of justice, making sure that the laws are followed and the rule of law upheld. What I'm wanting to show here is what we have been saying for a long time that people wanted to ignore and people dismiss. That right now, frankly, Loretta Lynch has a lot of explaining to do. Why is she taking the law in itself and changing the standard to say, well, it really wasn't gross, maybe it was because of her relationship with Ms. Clinton. Maybe it was later on when she actually got caught with a former president on the plane and then she had to recuse herself. It had started way before then, so we don't need to give her a pass because of that. This is why we're just trying to say that the same group, not the entire FBI, not the entire DOJ, but the same group you will find starting in 2016 going through the appointment of the Mueller investigation. It was the same corrupt bunch going to the same thing, and you have Mr. Strzok, who was thinking this was his ticket to maybe FBI director. I don't know what, but we see this as a problem.
So what does justice look like in all of this is my first question. And the second part of that would be, have most or all of the people that you know were involved in all of this potentially gone now? Or does some of this still exist, do you think, at the FBI?
Most of these folks are gone. If we see in these, the three that I just mentioned, 2 were fired for cause and 1 left after being demoted. Bruce Orr is still employed by the department. What I've seen here, though, and I go back to Attorney General Bill Barr, who I have a lot of respect for, and who said in his hearings that he was willing to look into this when Senator Graham asked him, are you willing to look into this? Because what we find later on in July of 2016 that year was the opening of a FISA warrant on Carter Page. This is an interesting development because it was the same folks using dossier materials and others. justice. We have to assure that our investigative groups and our security and our intelligence communities are not being used in political partisan ways. This is why we got the FISA courts from the 70s and why they should be here today. This is an open and transparent process to say, Mr. Attorney General, we're giving you this information. Let's make sure this never happens again, and those that did should be held accountable.
All right. Representative Collins from the great state of Georgia, thank you very much.